那这是我们亚太区的负责人 Steve， 今天很高兴来到我们 Authentic Union Main at 台北。We're going to let Steve show us how to use the Brannock device. Yeah, so today we're asking Steve to measure Jeff's shoe size and help him find his right size by using this Brannock device. Now, welcome Jeff. Whoa, come in.
Welcome Jeff, come on in.
Hello everyone.
I hope you have some nice socks
Hey,
on.
yeah, very good side, very good socks. Yeah.
I hit the light.
Welcome to Taiwan.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah.
Now
Long
we're
time
going
ago.
to measure the
How to use
measure
this?
the
Okay.
Yeah, how do you
What's
use
this?
So
This is an
first
old
of all, well, this is a vintage.
Yeah, vintage.
Very good.
I get it from eBay.
Vintage Brannock.
We have a brand new one, but I
Okay.
prefer use.
It's very important whenever you're having
How
your
big
feet
size?
measured to measure both feet. Okay?
Okay.
Measure the left and the right. Because most people have a different size foot. Okay? So first,
Do I need sit or I need?
we're gonna measure your right. And you want to
Okay.
step in,
Okay.
and you want to make sure you're always standing straight up. Is your heel all the way back?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. There's a bone that's right here. You need to have this on the bone, and then you measure the width. So here, Jeff is approximately 7.5. Okay, and then you look over here for the width. He's a 7.5 D for David. Okay.
Sure.
Now we turn it around, and we're going to measure the left foot. Again, find this little bone here.
Oh, this
Okay.
is bigger.
This foot's bigger, so he is an 8. And we always measure a foot from the largest foot. So when we're going to try a shoe on him, we're going to start knowing that his foot is a 8. Now here he registers an 8E. Okay, so depending on the last of the shoe, for example, if you're dealing with Alden, a Berry last or a True Balance last, which fits wider, okay, maybe a D is going to be fine. All right. The one thing that the Brannock does not do is measure the volume of the foot. So if someone has a very fatty foot on top, this does not measure that. So it's only a starting point. It's part art, part science. Okay?
Yeah.
So because he is a...
Normal feet, right?
Right, okay?
We do have some a little bit more question about the
Okay.
Brannock device. How it works in the States? Like how precise is the Brannock device? It's like a very precise thing?
No, it's only a start.
Yeah, it's
okay?
only a start.
It's again, part art, part science. You don't need to have it exact, but it helps you as a guide. So for example, if you measure an 8D and you're going to buy the Berry last or the True Balance last from Alden, well then you're probably going to come down a half size to a size 7.5.
Yeah.
Okay? But that doesn't mean it's the end of the story.
Yeah.
Because if your other foot is shaped differently, maybe you do need the 8. Okay? So this is only a starting point.
So it matters that we use Brannock device to start, and we tell people to try on which size
Yes.
they prefer.
And then it gives you a comfort level that you're close to finding the size that's best for you.
When you don't have stock and we only have a Brannock device and we don't have shoes, like we are pre-ordering or
Yes.
like
So what you need to do is you measure here, and then you take inventory that you have in the store that will approximate your size. Okay? And then if you have a makeup coming, you can order off of that.
yeah.
All right.
So better.
So
to
you
have shoes.
use an indie boot or a long wing and try that on. And once you determine your size, if we know that the makeup that's coming is on the Berry last, for example,
Yeah.
you know what size to get.
So how close is True Balance and Berry last sizing? Are they like very close?
Lengthwise, they're very similar.
Yeah.
But True Balance is wider. Okay. So if you have a very wide foot, True Balance is really good for that. Okay.
How about when the width indicator that's saying telling your size is between like D and E? To choose the bigger one?
That is where it's important to try on both.
Yeah.
Okay, if you can't try on both, and you can try on one, you can see how comfortable it is, and if it's not, you need a little more room, then you need the wider width.
Like, is there any customer to, I mean, when customers come in, they like to know their size by Brannock Device, but the Brannock Device tells him the size, probably not the size he used to wear, like not the fitting he used to wear,
because
right?
first of all, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, all these other brands that are in the athletic industry, their sizes are totally different from Alden.
Yeah.
So and also every single manufacturer if you're buying boots from Red Wing or Whites or any of those, all of them have different lasts, different fitting characteristics, all different from Alden. So if you might wear a 7.5 in one and an 8 in another, depending on the brand.
Yeah, and also like Alden got a very, very large amount of last. Like,
yes,
they're different.
Right, and across all of our lasts, sometimes you would wear an 8, and sometimes you'd wear a 7.5, depending on which last it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's run to the conclusion that.
So this is a start.
This is a start.
Yes.
And we do have to make you to try on more shoes to make sure your size.
Yes.
So we have the customer if they go to the US West Coast. I know you are the West Coast.
Yeah.
Sales represents in
Yes.
West Coast too. So do you have any suggestion retail shop our customer can go? Give us some visits.
You mean if they're in the Western United States?
Yeah. If they go to the Los Angeles, San Francisco.
If you want me to tell about other people, I can. In Seattle, there's Brick and Mortar.
Brick and Mortar,
which
I
is
know that.
fantastic. If you're in Portland, Oregon, there's Halo Shoes and John Helmer. If you go on to San Francisco, you have the Alden shop in San Francisco.
That's
and
the largest,
also,
right?
yes, and also Brogue in Menlo Park, California, and Brogue is very good. And down in Los Angeles, you have Stronghold and Proconsul. So, and if you're all the way in San Diego,
Do you have
Gentleman's
any shop very similar like our style,
Yes.
for our customer?
Stronghold in Venice Beach
Venice.
is very similar to this store. So that would be kind of the main one that I'm thinking of.
Thank you for Steve.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
Good to
you,
see you.
and that's it for today.